Are we rolling?
Fuck you, it's a podcast. Yes, we're rolling. Fuck you, it's a podcast.
It wasn't Gary. Okay. Fuck you. It's a podcast. Number 2?
Number 2. Even though we have 4 recorded?
Yeah, we deleted a few. So this is our E3 roundup. We're gonna move through the conferences generally in order. The games won't be in order because we don't remember. But I've got lists of shit that was announced, and I'll jump around as I please and drag Paxton with me. And
we weren't gonna remember them all anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Sturm isn't here because he's got work. Fuck him.
Plus, he only really saw the Bethesda conference. So
yeah, but he left right before the big announcement.
And then we didn't tell him for 20 minutes. We never told him. He found out on his own.
Yeah. I probably would have told him the next day.
Oh yeah, there's Elder Scrolls.
So
anyway, we're going to start with EA, which isn't going to last long because they were shit, as usual.
Yeah. I mean, they're EA. That's how they are.
So, we can probably clear through this list almost immediately. They announced a Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 5.
Yay.
I mean, neat, I guess.
Some people like Battle Royale, but most people who like it just like it because of Fortnite, and Fortnite's free.
That's true. But I don't know. Battlefield already has the whole big map thing. I feel like it can kind of work in the context of that game. But at the same time, I feel like people who play Battlefield just want to play Battlefield, you know?
When's the last time they got to?
I think that Battlefield 1 was, I don't know. I don't like Battlefield, so I don't know. We need Sturm.
No, are the new Battlefield games anything like the original classic Battlefield games?
I think so. I think that Battlefield 1 was large scale, lots of vehicles, stuff.
I'm trying to get at, the new ones are really dumbed down and are basically generic.
Oh, are they?
That's what I got from what little bit I played. I played the demo of the first one, and I played the second one in a store. And I own, I think I own both of the old Battlefields, but I know I own 2. Or Battlefront,
No Battlefield. Battlefront Star Wars. We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, shit. We're talking about... Okay, then I've been completely wrong this whole time.
Oh, no. Battlefield. I don't think Star Wars announced a Battle Royale mode. Battlefield 5, the new one coming out, that's in World War II, announced a Battle Royale mode.
Okay, so I've made a complete ass of myself this whole time. But, okay. Battlefield.
I feel like it kind of works, but whatever. I don't care.
Sure. It doesn't seem like it'd be much special aside from adding in vehicles. But that just gives you a resource that everybody's going to get pissy about not getting.
Well, there's vehicles in PUBG.
Okay, then why don't you just play PUBG?
Then it adds nothing.
Exactly.
It is. It really does. So, oh yeah, they talked about sports. They talked about FIFA.
Yeah, they talked about a lot of sports.
They talked about FIFA for a long time. All I got from that was they added a league that's not FIFA into the FIFA games.
They brought out the Cup of Soccer.
Yes, and everyone went.
Exactly.
Then they also talked about football, I think. Oh god, football was when they brought the douchebag pro gamer.
Oh yeah, that guy that we hated in less than a second.
Yeah, even from their sizzle reel, we were just like, ugh.
Why is this a person that anyone talks to?
So yeah, they talked about football, and then they showed a 30-second trailer for basketball, and they moved on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they talked about their sports games. They're the same as last year.
The games that all the sports fans buy, play for a week, and then leave in Goodwill. And then you got 300 copies of NHL, NFL, whatever.
Yep.
And no one buys them because no one wants them.
Yep. Oh, apparently Madden is going to PC. So I guess that's neat.
Oh, it hasn't been on PC?
Apparently not. So neat if you like football games and you want them on your computer. There you go. So Star Wars.
That's sports.
So Star Wars.
The one I thought we were talking about.
They announced that there will be a single-player game. In the audience, showed nothing.
Yeah, they didn't actually show a teaser. They just interviewed some random asshole who might not have even been a developer. We don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, we know they said it, but they could have lied.
And he looked like he was very unhappy to be being talked to in this manner.
I would have been as well.
But yeah, they said it's coming out. It's called Jedi Fallen Order, I want to say. Yes, Jedi Fallen Order. Takes place between 3 and 4.
And it's a Star Wars that isn't a shooter.
Yeah.
Or a racing game or a puzzle.
Probably going to be like a Jedi Outcast, Force Unleashed type thing.
Made by EA.
I'll probably play it. I'll probably play it. Maybe.
Yeah, you probably will. You little bitch.
Sadly. Battlefront 2, they announced a lot, but they didn't show a lot. So not a lot of it's sticking in my brain.
It was General Grievous.
Yes, they did announce that they are bringing the Clone Wars in. And they said Grievous, Dooku, Anakin,
Obi-Wan.
All those are going to be
Unplanned.
playable heroes. I think they also said that they're adding a dogfight mode in, where it's just straight space battles.
Which should have been in the base game.
Which should have been in the first game.
Yes.
And the one thing that made me perk up is that they did say they're putting in a capture point mode, but
Which should have been in the base game.
They didn't go into specifics. It makes me hopeful that they're just putting in the original way that the old Battlefront games work into the new ones. Finally, I hope it's not like a kind of King of the Hill thing. I hope it's literally just like, okay.
Dang it, Bomber.
I hope they are finally like, okay, you nerds, we'll actually give you Battlefront. But
which game was it? I know that for this, they made a reference to like, about loot boxes were a bad idea. But there was some game where they said there will be no loot boxes and no premium pass.
That was
then, okay. Because I remember in an interview that they had right after, they described things called airlifts, which are loot boxes.
Yeah, and like when they showed Anthem last year, it had loot boxes. So the game, I mean, if they took them out, I hope they found a way to work around them, because I hope they didn't just break their game to say that they don't have loot boxes. Because if loot boxes were a part of the game, and
no, they're airlifts. They're totally different.
The one interesting thing at EA was Unravel 2.
No. They also had Sea of Solitude.
Was that an EA?
Pretty sure it was EA. I think they were right after each other.
Maybe.
So there was.
If so, Sea of Solitude was interesting looking.
Really interesting. Yeah.
It reminded me
Unravel 2 definitely looks like a good game. Sea of Solitude looks like a promising game.
Yes. Sea of Solitude reminded me of Submerged.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
I don't know how much of it I played. Maybe half?
Like 20 minutes.
No, I gave it a
it was a couple of hours, I think.
I gave it a good night. 4 hours.
Yeah.
Which it was fun, but it was like, it was a walk.
Repetitive. I mean, it had a cool setting. The characters were somewhat interesting, and I like seeing all the like sea creatures in the distance and everything, but like nothing happened.
Yeah, and this one looks like it's got a little bit more going on, and some
more ideas to it, a little more exploration too.
I don't know how well executed it will be, and I also I really enjoy seeing developers really excited about their games. Like,
I have not felt that way since No Man's Sky came out.
I can understand.
I always take it with a grain of salt. I want to enjoy it, because sometimes it really seems genuine, but I'm not always certain. And maybe it is genuine, but they get corrupted somewhere down the line.
I think that the feeling is genuine. I just think that with No Man's Sky, his ambitions were too big for what he actually made. Because, like,
Maybe.
I think the last time we saw someone who was super into their game was A Way Out. And, like, I think that guy made exactly the game he wanted to make. And I think that game is fine.
Fine, yes.
But I think that he achieved exactly what he wanted to do. It just, what he made was a, like, linear 6-hour co-op experience that was just kind of neat.
Yeah.
But, like, when I saw him talk about it, I was like, fuck yeah, man. You tell me about your game. Like, still, I love seeing the actual, like, developers talk about their shit and be excited about it.
Yeah, and the woman who did Sea of Solitude seemed genuinely flustered.
Yeah. You could tell that wasn't, like, scripted. Like, they were like, go out there and tell us about your game.
And then they snickered.
Unravel 2, which I had never even heard of Unravel 1. I knew nothing about it. But Unravel 2 looked really cool and really fun from what I saw.
Are we going to talk about our meme, our in-jokes?
Was that one?
I made up a whole narrative that Mike, the guy who came out to play the game, was the announcer's, like, gay lover.
And they both had German accents, even though I think that in real life they were, like, French.
Or Dutch, or who knows, who cares? Or American. But,
that was pretty good, but no, we don't need to go into that. We will go
I wanted to talk about Sid
later. Sid we will bring up, because he was great.
Yeah, I love Sid.
But anyway, I really loved the idea of the characters being connected. The platforming looked good. A little floaty, but I think it was intentional. But I really liked the way the puzzles were designed in a way so that you had to really think about you and your partner's positioning at all times.
Right. It's, I've seen it a couple of times, but this looks like it fully takes advantage of the fact that you have to control two characters.
Yeah, and that was another thing that was kind of neat was that, I mean, I think that the game is definitely intended to be played completely co-op, but they did show that there is a single-player mode where you can, like, fuse them into one being and then dissolve them back into two and then control them one at a time. But, like, I definitely get the feeling that it's more designed for co-op, especially if there are puzzles that require timing. Switching between the two would probably be annoying.
Which was a little odd to me because the first game didn't have any kind of co-op.
Yeah, though that's not totally rare in games. A lot of games pull that. Have you noticed that? Where, like, they get to the sequel and they're like, two, so there's two of them.
Yeah, I have noticed that. They do it quite often, don't they?
Yes, they do. So that just leaves Anthem. I think that's it.
Anthem, which was Destiny with jetpacks.
Which, cool. I'll play it. You know? Destiny was fun. It was fun. There wasn't a lot there. The plot wasn't
Destiny is fun if you have someone to play it with.
The plot wasn't great because the plot wasn't in the game. I didn't play Destiny 2. Was it better?
Generally, yeah.
Okay, cool. Destiny was fun. Bungie knows how to design a shooter. It felt good to move. That's the main thing. Destiny's like movement and the way the different classes all move, feeling like distinct and good, was like, ugh, I loved it.
Which actually means that if they do movement better in Anthem than they did in Destiny, then there's no reason to play Destiny.
I'm not sure it's going to be better. I just think it's going to be different. I get the feeling that Anthem, because it's like robot suits, is going to be a little heavier.
Maybe. I mean,
they do
like to fly, dude.
They do have this zippy class and everything, but I think that it's generally going to be a lot heavier than Destiny. But I agree. I want to fly around in an Iron Man suit and shoot kaiju. Exactly. Like,
it's a little worrying that they keep showing the kaiju, but not how they act.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the deal with that is, though. Like, last year when they showed it, like, their fake TeamSpeak shit, they were like, oh, we should avoid that. So maybe kaiju are just really hard. Like maybe you have to fight them for a long time.
Oh, maybe. Like they're a raid
so-
boss type thing.
Yeah, so it's not like something you can show at E3 because it takes like an hour to take down a kaiju.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it looks neat. I'm probably going to play it. In fact, I think I said I might buy a PS4 so I can play this with Paxton.
I would enjoy that.
So yeah,
Okay.
if you want another Destiny, Anthem looks like it's going to be another Destiny. Maybe it'll be better. I don't expect it to be. Expect it to be about the same with jetpacks and hookers.
So out of everything at EA,
Mm-hmm.
what are you expecting to actually be something you would play?
Anthem, and I always keep an eye on Battlefront because I want it to be good. It never looks good, but I want it to be good, so I always watch it, and maybe someday I'll actually play it.
For me, it was Anthem. Like, I've got my eye on it. I'll probably wait until after it's out and see how people react to it before I buy it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, the two indie games were the main attention grabbers for me.
Yeah, Sea of Solitude looked good. I'll probably never play it, but I will not be surprised if a lot of people say it's really good.
I love indie games. I mainly use my Switch as an indie machine, not even because I don't like the bigger games, but just because they're so easy to play on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a ton of them on Steam, so I always am on the lookout for like a good new little game.
All right, you ready to move on to Microsoft?
Microsoft.
They did a Halo!
It did a Halo.
They showed me 30 seconds of Halo. Wait, do you want to tell the story of
About how... So Alex is really good with like sounds and music and tones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has a stupidly weird memory. So it starts up, and I've seen lots of reactions of people who didn't understand that it was Halo until like halfway through the trailer or towards the end. But as soon as the first like little music note starts in that trailer while they're like looking at a tree or whatever, Alex like shoots up in his seat and like scoots all the way to the edge, just stares at the screen. I'm like, oh, it's a Halo. Because that's the only thing that gets that kind of reaction out of him.
For me, in my brain, it seemed to take like 30 seconds, but I think it was more like 5 milliseconds. Where like I heard the note, and my brain was like, "Is that the Halo note?" And then I heard the strings that they were using. I was like, "Sounds like the Halo strings, like the way that they record it." And then like I immediately sat forward, and I think it all happened in less than a second. But in my brain, I was like racing. I was like, "Halo? Is it a Halo?"
And that's how I knew, because that's the only thing Alex reacts like that to.
So it was. They didn't show anything. It was just a pre-rendered teaser. They gave us a title. It's Halo Infinite. I had to read an article later in the day to confirm that it is Halo 6. I wasn't even sure if it was that or like some kind of like MMO, or they were bringing Halo Online over China finally, but like it's Halo 6. That's what it is. So
Why
that's
didn't they just call it Halo 6 Infinite?
I don't know. Do you think there's going to be a lighthouse in it?
I get that reference.
So anyway,
There's going to be a really hard puzzle where you have to hold up a card and then ring like a bell 2 times.
holy shit, you're blowing my mind. You want to say? Let's save Fallout for Bethesda and Kingdom Hearts for Sony.
Yeah, not really any point in going over it multiple
They did
times.
show a little bit of both of those games here.
Which surprised me
Yes.
for Kingdom Hearts especially.
Yeah. Microsoft brought the weeb shit this year.
Yeah, but that was also something they were like really lacking in.
Yeah.
There's a market for it, and they've been missing out.
So, the other things we should talk about: new From game, Sekiro.
New From game looks amazing.
Yes, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I already love it because it's English.
Yeah. I love it because it has grapple hooks, and it's a From game. It has jumping, and it's a From game.
Yeah, it definitely looks to me like they learned some lessons from Bloodborne. It looks very fast-paced.
Yeah. it looks at its core to be the From game, but at the same time, it looks like they're adding a lot of new ideas that really kind of change the way the earlier games would have been played.
Yeah, I love the verticality of it, not just the grapple hook, but the jumping and combat. Like they showed him fighting a guy on a horse where you really had to hit the guy to.
Yeah, I wonder if it was a special animation or if you can actually do it. But there's like a part where he climbs up on top of a boss.
Yeah,
Kind of almost Shadow of the Colossus style.
yeah.
And I'm just wondering if that was like a special kill animation or if that was actually him climbing up to the boss.
Yeah, like some kind of grapple. I wouldn't be surprised. From is very detailed in their work. I wouldn't be surprised if it had some kind of Shadow of the Colossus system where you can grab onto an opponent anywhere.
That would make it really interesting.
Yeah.
But it would also be kind of opens up the potential for some really annoying boss fights if you like need to climb them.
That just sounds cool to me.
Yeah, it definitely would be cool, but like
an annoying boss fight in a From game? What?
No, but like think of all the people who are used to all the defensive play that would need to completely change so that they can climb and hit them in the head and then still get off before they get hit.
I feel like
a lot of people would probably criticize that.
I feel like From is sick of defensive players.
Yeah, I definitely felt that with Bloodborne.
And didn't Dark Souls 3 also kind of shifted a little bit to encourage faster play?
Yeah, they encouraged it, but they didn't take out all the options for fast player or defensive players.
I think that
I feel like with this one, they're just going, okay, stop.
Yeah, I feel like From never really wanted you to be defensive, and Bloodborne was their first step in showing that, and this is them going, no, really, get in and fight and get good.
Get fucking good. Do not touch the shield.
Good, hiding behind your shield, dodge rolling. Now you need to get good.
I bet they were groaning at FromSoft because in Bloodborne they put in one shield, and it's supposed to be shitty, but people used it anyway. It was a joke shield. It wasn't supposed to be like a shield, but people were like, it's the only shield, I gotta use it.
So anyway, that game looked good. It looked really good. I will definitely never play it because I am a pussy. But I will
definitely play it for like 3 weeks straight before I get frustrated.
I can't play From games, but I love From games. I think that they are some of the best games being made right now.
I'm not particularly good at them, but they're just too good not to play.
So okay, so Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus looked good. They showed off weapon customization.
That looked awesome, especially because it looked like it was real time. Like you don't get to pause. You need to make your modifications in the fight.
Yeah, that really fits with like the earlier games, I think. Kinda.
And I've never had a chance to play the earlier game. I am definitely at least going to play this one. I can tell you outright, I am going to play this game. It looks so good. And it looks like something I would thoroughly enjoy. You know?
Yeah. I don't know how open it is, but the map design looked interesting to me.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I think the earlier ones were like semi-low budget. Mm-hmm. Not like low, but like AA instead of AAA.
It really looks gorgeous, which I mean, like every game looks gorgeous these days. So for a game to stick out in my mind as that game looks amazing is like especially impressive in this day and age.
Or I might be wrong about the budget, and it's just that the games are old.
Oh, that's true.
But either way, this one looks brand fucking new.
Yeah, this looks amazing in every way. The gameplay, one of the things I noticed that I really liked is that the grenades just fucking explode. Like, they leave your hand and explode. Like they were.
You better be ready.
Yeah, they were very much, a grenade is, I need this thing to die now. But yeah, it looked
enemies'
cool.
designs are cool.
Yeah, the mutated creatures look cool. Setting looked cool. They tease a bit of the plot. None of it's sticking out to me, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. They showed Forza Horizon 4.
Forza, Cody was excited for that.
I might play it. Racing games are not something I'm super into, but like every 2 years I just get an itch that needs to be scratched, and I have to go out and buy a racing game and beat it. Because they're fun. They're fun games, but they kind of suffer from the sports thing where they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
But
that's why the only racing games I play are Mario Kart. I get everything I want out of a racing game in Mario Kart, and then some.
I never get the speed feeling from Mario Kart that I get from
I do with 200cc.
and there's something about, especially if it's an open world racing game with good varied environments, like I love being able. That's
something I'll give you. I haven't tried many of those.
I love games that will have like country races. They're like long stretches of highway, but city races where it's a lot of like quick turn drifting, and it gives you a lot of variety. Like the last one I played was The Crew, and The Crew scratched my itch 100%. It was very enjoyable as a racing game for what I wanted from it. It was just simple, mindless, repetitive, fun.
Was it this conference that they showed off The Crew 2?
They showed it last conference. I might get The Crew 2. They talked about it a little bit. I think they just gave it the release date, which I think is like at the end of the month or something. Like it's ridiculously soon. They were just like, yeah, it's coming out.
Oh, okay. I do remember them talking about it last year.
I might get The Crew 2. I might get Forza Horizon. I might get some random Need for Speed. I'm going to play a racing game in the next year. It's going to happen because it's time. But it looked really cool. I really liked that it showed that its map has changing seasons that do genuinely affect how races happen. Like they showed like obvious stuff like the roads get slick, ponds ice over so you can drive over them. It had a bit of destructible environments, which was neat. Like they driving through like a stone fence, which you'd usually think would be like, a hard stop, fuck you. It was neat. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't have anything to say about racing games. You go fast.
Yeah. I mean, that's
fast
it.
Man, go fastly.
They're just one of those things that I need every once in a while to scream at my TV.
Okay. That's from for me.
They showed Division 2.
Division 2 looked like Division 1.
Yeah, it looked like Division 1 in summer.
Maybe with a little more quality of life.
Yeah, a little more quality of life. They showed a couple of neat devices and like stuff, but it was all shit that I almost immediately forgot about. Like nothing really stuck out in my mind. They kind of talked about stuff too. I don't even know if Division 1 had a plot.
It had a world building, I think. I don't know if it had a main objective.
It looked fine. It looked bad. I don't like Division.
Yeah,
Division to me is like the absolute everything I hate in a fucking modern shooter rolled into.
I thought you were going to say everything you hate about Destiny.
And yeah, everything I hate. It's looks slow,
all the not fun parts.
Third person cover,
required multiplayer,
bullet sponges, just running from objective marker to objective marker with no idea what you're doing, and fucking
nothing
other
to care
people
about
in the game.
Yeah,
it's everything I hate in one game. Fucking hate the Division. But if you like that bullshit, the Division 2 looks like more of it, except sunny instead of snowy. Good for you. That
enjoy
really
your
turned
dumb
into
bullshit.
a rant. I was trying to stay positive.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
But man, the Division just angers me. It's just, ugh. Ugh.
It's not like it's particularly well defended online.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people who like it and play it, and that's fine, but they're wrong.
Yeah, it's just every design decision I would make, if you made the opposite, that's the Division. There you go. They showed Dying Light 2.
I mean, was Dying Light 1 good?
Dying Light 1, I believe, was an interesting concept executed poorly.
So if they just execute this right, it'll be fine?
Maybe. They didn't show the monsters, which I thought was good because that would really just be more of the same shit as Dying Light 1. They were really trying to push that this one's more narrative focused and that there would be branching paths. They were showing like a neighborhood, and depending on your decisions and what missions you do and what factions you help, like it became more totalitarian or more anarchic or...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they talk a little bit about like settlement stuff?
Yeah.
Like you could decide how a settlement develops and it would look different and you could do different things there.
Yeah. And like you could build up specific resources for specific settlements and factions.
So kind of going a Fallout 4 route?
Kind of, but it'll probably be more like...
Yeah, but not like directly influencing it. Just like kind of like how you built your mansion in Assassin's Creed 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I want to buy this room, and then you get that room.
Except instead of buying, I think it'll be more like, we need water, run out to water facility and connect the water to us. At least
then
I hope.
You don't connect the water, and they die, and you're like, get out of my house.
Yes. I think that is how that game will work, which is interesting. I think that I would get bored with that game very quickly, but I think that that's a good idea, a good concept, and the people that enjoyed the first game, this game will probably be a little bit better, honestly, from what I've seen.
Yeah, looks like it.
So, pretty good showing.
Dying Light 2.
Yeah, I thought they did good. Let's talk about the gear stuff.
Yeah, they did a double fake out.
Yeah. They started with the Funko game. Did we even see any, or were we so confused that our brains just overwrote that?
It was just a teaser. But
Okay.
we did like, what when it came on. Like, why?
But then they very briefly showed Gears Tactics.
Or Gears Com.
Yes, which is Gears XCOM. I will play it.
He's a slut for tactical turn-based games. And not turn-based.
And from what they showed, it looked kind of interesting because it kind of looked like you planned out your whole turn in advance and then hit go, and both turns happened at the same time.
That did seem kind of neat. And then they actually showed Gears 5.
I'm not sure if that's actually how it's going to work, but that's how it looked from the trailer, which is an interesting twist on XCOM. And
at the same time, it makes sense because in an actual tactical fight, they wouldn't go, okay, now let's wait for them to do their turn.
Yeah, but a lot of turn-based tactical games are based on how D&D fights happen.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it's kind of odd that you don't see it very often.
Yeah. I think it's been done before. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think it's like that before. But I will probably play Gears Tactics. I am more likely to play Gears Tactics than I am to play Gears 5.
Yes. I'm not likely to play Gears 5, even if I did have an Xbox.
Though, I don't know. They were really pushing the story hard with the Gears 5.
Well, of course,
trailer.
everybody's played Gears.
But what
everybody
they did
is going
show of the gameplay looked like it was trying to encourage a bit of a faster rate of play.
Oh, right, I forgot. It looked like they took out, like, a lot of the cover.
Yeah, and it looked like there was a lot more melee options, and it looked like you could sprint without completely obscuring your field of vision. It looked like they were encouraging movement a little bit more, which makes me a little interested. I'm still not sure if I'll play it, because if I want to play it, I'm going to feel like I need to play Gears of War 4, and there's no part of anything I've heard about Gears of War 4 that makes me want to play it.
If I ever felt the urge to play Gears, instead of playing Gears, I would play Doom.
Yes. We'll talk about Doom later.
Yes.
When we get to Daddy Bethesda in a minute.
Yeah.
Where were we? Oh, let's touch on this real quick. Neither of us have played these games, I don't think, but they announced Devil May Cry 5, and it looks neat.
Right.
And
I've never played it, but it looked fun.
It looked neat. It looked cool. The fighting looked beautiful as always.
I might actually grab this one.
it looks like they're bringing in all the people, and I read about it a little bit. This has nothing to do with the reboot DMC, because we were confused when we were watching it. We were like, are they connecting two universes? But no, it's just a direct sequel to Devil May Cry 4. Has nothing to do with DMC. It is the next proper Devil May Cry game.
Because Alex and I, because we've never played these games, we thought Nero. We didn't know Nero was a character. We thought he was the remake version of Dante. But I found out a little bit of the plot details from a friend of mine on Facebook who has played all the games. Or, I don't know all the games, but has played the recent ones.
But yeah, it looked cool. And the Devil May Cry fans seem really excited about it. I'm happy.
It pulls my devil trigger. That's a reference.
It is a reference.
Because it's in the song.
So I think that really just leaves Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep. It's good to actually see it's getting progress. And it looks like it's late into progress.
Yeah. We didn't see any gameplay.
We know from like articles that it'll be first person.
Yes. And everything, the gameplay is being kept super under wraps. Everything's been behind closed doors, just articles. I think it's like a 15-minute demo. But everything I hear about the game, I'm excited for it. I'm definitely going to play it. I loved The Witcher 3. It's probably my favorite game.
And we both love cyberpunk stuff.
Yeah. And like a cyberpunk world.
Have you seen any of the stuff from their Twitter?
No.
Because they made it like 5 years ago. And they barely touched it that whole time. And now they've got to do like actual marketing, and they're like, so how do we do this?
But
they're kind of
I think some of the neatest stuff I saw was like the direct hacking your opponents, and like generally having the ability to connect yourself to computers was something they were showing a lot. The world was really cool and well realized.
It kind of looks like I'm imagining a world where Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and whatever the other one was weren't ever made, and it was a spiritual successor just from the first one.
Yeah, except it seems really bright, which I like.
Yeah, you don't see that in a lot of cyberpunk adaptations.
Yeah, it's like
a lot of people complain and say it isn't cyberpunk because of that, but then I keep thinking back to like Ghost of the Shell.
I really like how sunny it was. I thought that was neat. Because not everything...
It's not good for a video game to keep like a drab atmosphere for the entire time.
Not everything needs to be Blade Runner, you know?
Like, I mean, even in Bloodborne, that was mostly at night. Like, sometimes the sky would turn red, or like shit would happen in the air. It gave you something to look at, and it wasn't just black.
Yeah. And like, I like the Deus Ex games, but that can be an issue with all of them. The old one, especially. The newest one, especially. The one in the middle was a little bit better, but it was mostly just at night in yellowish cities. They all kind of have that issue.
I hope it actually has a cycle instead of always being the same.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I'm sure it'll be open world, and I hope that it's like Deus Ex, but better, where it's like a very dense open world. Like, it's not super expansive like Witcher. It's just like maybe one city, but there's a lot in that city, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at by comparing them. But I didn't articulate it very well.
But yeah, they just showed a trailer, but the trailer was neat.
Yes.
And I will definitely buy that game. I will play this. It was
technically a teaser, but it wasn't really a teaser. Because they showed a lot of stuff in it, even if they showed no gameplay.
Yeah. So now it's time for Daddy.
Papa Todd.
So
we all know why you're here, Todd Howard.
So I'm going to say right off the bat, Bethesda had the biggest E3 moment. And when I say E3 moment, I mean a fucking weird company decision that produces some awkward cringe shit.
And that was Andrew WK.
Performing a full song to a bunch of nerds who have no idea who Andrew WK is. And looking...
I barely know Andrew WK, and that's because he had a Cartoon Network show.
And looking so fucking unexcited.
Oh, this is a guy.
It's Sky. God, that was awful.
And to make up for that, Rage 2 looked really good.
It did. It looked a lot better than Rage 1, which I played and I enjoyed, but it's really just a high mediocre.
You said it was pretty good up until the ending, right?
The ending subtracts a lot, but I would say the game is a solid, good game. The ending really sucks. It's fun. It's a fun game, but Rage 2 looks like they took it, they cranked it to 11, and they stopped taking themselves so seriously.
And you play as Walker, Texas Ranger.
And you have a 4-barrel shotgun that can shoot people from 5 miles away, which is just screaming to my heart.
Well, to be fair, the last Doom had that too.
That's true, and I loved the last Doom.
Absolutely.
Rage 2 also was neat. It had a cool like dodge mechanic, which I've never really seen in a first-person shooter before. Where you
it was like zipping around. I think that was a power.
It was very cool. I liked that. I can definitely tell that they had infinite health on for that showing.
Yeah.
Because he would have gotten fucked up, but I...
or just on easy mode.
Oh, maybe. But I did...
I like the grenade boomerang thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dice people. Yeah, it has a lot of good ideas, and they really know how to show those off.
Yeah. It looked cool. I might get it. Maybe. I enjoyed the first Rage.
I agree. I'm right there with you. Then after Rage...
Let's see. Let's talk about Doom.
It's coming.
It's coming. They showed a trailer. We were all like, yeah! They didn't show any gameplay, but hopefully it's just Doom again. You know? That's really all I want from it.
The last Doom was Doom 2-2. And that's what it needs to be. So I want Doom 2-3.
Oh, okay. This is Doom 2-3.
Yes. Doom 2-2-2.
But yeah, it is it'll probably be good. It'll probably be a good time. We'll play it.
I mean, they don't even have to like revolutionize it. They just have to continue where it left off.
Yeah. Though they did show that it was like a city somewhere, and like hell was leaking into like the city.
Real Earth.
Yeah.
Which goes to show that the main villain both succeeded and completely failed. Because he was like, I'm going to use this energy to save the world. And then it was like, oh no.
And Doom Guy went, guess I gotta go killing again.
Oh, here I go killing again.
He's just too angry to die.
I love him so much.
So,
we don't deserve Doom Guy.
Then they talked about Wolfenstein expansion.
Yes.
At least I assume it's an expansion. I don't think it's...
No, I don't think it's an expansion. I think it's a new game.
Oh, yeah? It's Wolfenstein 3? I thought that it was like Old Blood. Is that what that was called?
Yeah, there was Old Blood, and this is Young Blood. Oh, well, I guess when you follow that pattern, it might be an expansion. But it's supposed to take place a long time after Wolfenstein 2. Yeah,
it takes place in like the 80s, and it's you play as Blazkowicz's twin daughters.
Yes.
And,
just cool. I'm glad they made it.
Yeah.
And they were both tomboys. Yeah, you know me. That's my thing.
And it made me famous. It might be co-op, maybe. They didn't really show any gameplay that I remember. It was just a teaser.
Yeah, but I don't really expect them to do anything that's worth like showing off.
But we'll probably play that one too.
Yeah, I've played the first two.
We really...
Well, I never finished it.
We really fucking like the new Dooms and the new Wolfensteins. They're really fucking good.
And we also really like the new Shadow Warrior.
Oh yeah, we did. We did really like that game. I completely
I think we played it before we played Wolfenstein, and then we played Wolfenstein before we played Doom. And because those two kind of blew us out of the water, we kind of forgot about Shadow Warrior.
Yeah. Shadow Warrior was like a lot of fun. But like...
They made a sequel to Shadow Warrior, but it didn't
Shadow Warrior perfected.
Yeah.
And then Doom is just a whole different beast.
It's everything that made the old Doom wonderful times 1,000.
Yeah. And its whole approach to like how you get health and ammo like really encourages you to play it correctly.
Yeah.
Like just non-stop killing machine.
And like it should, it encourages you to never stop moving.
Yeah. So fucking good.
And the kill animations, oh my god. They never get old.
Repetitive, but they're like 2 seconds long, so it works.
We said the exact opposite thing. I mean, no matter how many times I did it, I could not get bored of tearing off a horn and shoving it up something's ass.
Okay. They announced Fallout Shelter is out right now on PS4 and Switch.
Right. I got it for my Switch.
I knew you would. So that's neat. They talked about their new mobile game, Elder Scrolls Blades.
We skipped over Fallout.
I'm going to get to it in a minute.
Okay.
They talked about Elder Scrolls Blades. They talked about it for a long time. It looks neat.
It looked okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to play it, but...
Oh, we completely forgot about Command & Conquer.
Who cares?
Let's not talk about Command & Conquer.
It looked neat. I'm not going to play it, but they're promising that it is an Elder Scrolls game. It's neat that it's bringing back the old controls from like Daggerfall and Arena, where like you...
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Swing your sword. But
I mean,
it's like
just it's like Fruit Ninja.
Yeah. I mean, you actually swing your sword with your fingy.
Yeah.
They talked about a bunch of different modes. They said that like the dungeons will be designed and randomly generated. I don't know if it means they'll be like half and half, or if like...
Well, that means procedurally generated.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't know if that means like each dungeon has elements that are designed and generated, or if there are designed dungeons and generated dungeons.
Oh, I see. Who knows?
I don't know. They showed a town thing, which I think is going to work exactly like Assassin's Creed 2, where you just buy stuff. Yeah. And there was like a PvP arena where you could fight other players. And
just like an arena.
Yeah, and overall...
Except without other players.
And overall, probably the best fucking mobile game I've ever seen.
Probably the best one we've seen at E3.
Never gonna play it, but looked cool.
Yeah. I mean, if it's free, you might play it.
Never gonna play it, but it looked neat. So Fallout 76 looks awesome. I'm not sure I'm cool with the design decisions, but mostly because I don't have enough information.
I'm kind of iffy because they've said that A, there will be quests, but B, there will be no NPCs.
Have they said there will be no NPCs?
Yes, not in that one conference, but they've said it like in interviews.
See, that makes me not want to play it.
I don't know, because like I said, it has quests.
Does that
maybe
mean, will it have any dialogue?
I don't know. There's so much we don't know.
See,
it has a lot of potential, and it has a lot of potential to just fuck it up.
See, that won't work for me. If there's no dialogue, because look,
there's no like traditional Fallout story.
Yeah, I play Fallout for 2 reasons. I like to talk to people, and I like to wander. Like the combat is there, and Fallout 4, it was even fun, but it still wasn't what I was playing the game for. I like wandering through the environments, and I like discovering hubs and discovering all the people in the hubs. That's the 2 things I enjoy about a Fallout game. And
I feel like even if there's no NPCs, they're going to have something in there that's going to try and grab the single player onlys.
I hope
because so. I can't imagine that they would like shun their main crowd.
But at the same time, it is a spinoff. They've been very clear on that. This is not Fallout 5. This is a spinoff. It's not a main game.
Sadly, it is also not Fallout New Vegas.
No, but I don't think Bethesda will allow another New Vegas because they really don't want us to be mean to them anymore.
And we can't have anything good to compare them to.
Here's Fallout 3. Boo! Here's New Vegas. Oh, this is exactly what we wanted. Okay? So, here's Fallout 4. What the fuck? What did you do? What the fuck? Where'd the game go?
Oh, you don't like that? Here's Fallout 76. No NPCs.
Do you even know what you're doing, Howard?
Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing.
But they did announce it's coming out in November, which is,
Yes.
I mean, they did the same thing with 4, but still, it's just such a fucking dick swing. I love it every time.
It's like, oh, it's coming right around the corner.
It's like, it's right here, bitches. You didn't know about it, and it's coming out in 5 months. God, Daddy Howard.
Which kind of makes it odd that they went ahead and blew their load on Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Unless next E3 comes and it's like, it's coming out tomorrow, but I really doubt that.
I doubt that too. I think that they just said it because
People wouldn't show up.
Yeah, it's probably not going to come out for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. I kind of hope that like all those...
I kind of wish I didn't know about it in that case, though.
I kind of hope that all those like huge mod projects that like are never going to get finished for Skyrim are all like, okay, now we have to finish. So that I'll get all that shit I want.
Not really sure anything about Elder Scrolls 6.
I know.
Judging by like the snowy, like tundra kind of looking shit, but with a coast next to it,
Mhm.
I feel, in my personal opinion, is it'll be Elder Scrolls Orsinium, which, if you don't know, Orsinium is like the orc homeland.
See, here's the thing. That just pisses me off. that they just said Elder Scrolls 6. That to me is such a cock tease that I wish they hadn't announced it at all.
Yeah.
Because what I wanted...
Wish it had something other than it's coming.
If they had given me the exact same fucking trailer, but they just gave me a subtitle on Elder Scrolls 6, I don't even care. Like, doesn't need to be like Skyrim or Morrowind where it tells you where it is. It could have been like Oblivion where it was just like Elder Scrolls 6, next one.
Elder Scrolls 6, the God Plane, or something like that.
I would have been happy, you know? But just because
Elder Scrolls 6, Return of the Dwemer.
It just kind of lingered. Like, it was like the Elder Scrolls 6. And I like think I...
Yeah, we both leaned into the TV.
And they didn't.
There was no money shot.
My face was left uncovered.
Our ruined orgasms.
They just put a hard cock in my face and didn't shoot their load. It's just rude. Oh yeah, and Starfield's coming.
Oh yeah, Starfield, which we know equally little about, and it's not an established franchise, so we can't like get super hyped about it. But the fact that it's supposed to be in the same vein as Fallout and Elder Scrolls gives it a lot of weight.
Yeah, I'll take Bethesda game in space. That sounds neat. I'll take it.
Space is always good.
Listen.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Prey.
Right. They announced a new game plus, which is cool. They announced
the DLC.
They announced a harder difficulty. They announced a prop hunt style minigame. I mean, not minigame, multiplayer mode, where like one team is mimics and the other team hunts them down. And then, yes, Moon Crash. Is that what it was called?
I think so.
Which was like
procedurally generated campaign.
Yeah, it's like a roguelike, right? Where everything's just randomized. Kinda. How far can you get and survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Neat.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think it's out right now.
Yeah, it dropped the same day they announced it.
Yeah, that all looked neat. And I highly recommend Prey. I haven't played it yet. It's on my list. I'll probably play it by the end of the year.
I haven't touched it, but I recommend it highly.
It is the best BioShock since BioShock.
I liked Infinite and 2.
He's dumb. Don't listen to him. 2 sucks. Infinite is fine.
I mean, I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I liked being Big Daddy.
We're not having this hour-long debate again in the middle of the E3 podcast. You're wrong. You're just wrong.
At 1:30 in the morning.
You're just wrong.
Okay.
Do we have anything else you remember from Bethesda?
No.
Well, shit. Did we say Was there anything from Microsoft that you thought was like an immediate buy for you?
Oh, we forgot that, didn't we?
Yeah.
At Microsoft. Oh, that reminds me. At Microsoft, there was Cuphead. We don't know anything about the new Cuphead DLC aside from.
There's also a montage of a bunch of indie games we didn't talk about because you got nothing from it.
Yeah. And everybody drew porn of the new playable character, even though she was in the first one.
Of course they did.
I would buy. Well, I guess saying Kingdom Hearts and Fallout is cheating.
Yes, that is cheating.
There was something cool, but I can't remember. Like, it won't come to me. I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
We probably lost it. Metro? Was it Metro?
Metro, definitely.
I mean, for me, give me the Halo.
Yeah, we all know the Halo.
But, okay, so for Bethesda, I mean, God, is there anything you don't want?
The mobile game.
Yeah.
If it's free, I'll play it, but I won't sink any money into it.
I'm not going to play Blades, and we completely forgot that they said something about the card game and online.
Yeah. So I'd buy everything at E3 that isn't on my phone.
Yeah, just Bethesda, you can just load me up. Pretty much every game they talked about, I want it.
And let's go ahead and specify, we know all the flaws Bethesda has.
Oh, yeah.
We're not idiots.
Yeah.
We know that they're flawed products, but we love them.
Yes. Listen, I hate Fallout 4. I hate it with every fiber of my being. I love Fallout 4. I'm thinking about replaying it right now. I am replaying Skyrim right now. I can't stop.
They're very addictive, and there's a lot of shit to do, and you can just wander around and do nothing and still like experience the game.
The other day, I was just walking down a road for an hour, and then I had to go to sleep, and I was like, that was a good play session.
Now you're an hour farther down the road.
Yeah, that's all I need. It's what Bethesda gives me. It's good.
Okay, so now I think we have to talk about Ubisoft?
I think that Square is next.
Oh, Square, right. What did Square... Square was short.
Oh, shit, I didn't open this. I accidentally opened EA twice.
I'll start off then by talking about... Wasn't there a Fallout... Fallout. Wasn't there a Final Fantasy 15 like DLC or something?
I think it was for the MMO. 14.
Yeah, there was going to be like an expansion for Final Fantasy 14.
That brought in Monster Hunter shit?
Yeah, and Monster Hunter's also getting an update where you can fight one of the Final Fantasy bosses, which I guess I should actually put Monster Hunter back in. I mean, I plan on to keep coming back to it.
Wait, do I have the list?
Off the top of my head, I don't think they really did anything important besides that.
It was pretty short.
They had Hitman, and they had Tomb Raider, and they had Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. I can't find a good list of shit that they had.
Did they acknowledge fucking Octopath Traveler?
What?
Or was that only a Nintendo?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what Octopath Traveler is?
No?
It's a new Square Enix game that's kind of Final Fantasy-like. It's exclusively for the Switch. It's got the like super detailed pixel graphics.
Right! You were excited about that.
Yes, I am excited about that.
It just passed right by me.
Yeah, I expect that.
Hitman 2 is neat. I like the Hitman games generally, but I haven't played any old ones. But the newest one seems to have been a good update to the old ones. Much less linear, more free-flowing, but also less punishing than the old ones. So that's all generally good, and I hope that Hitman 2 continues that. I need to play Rise of the Tomb Raider. I enjoyed the first one that might have just been called Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
But I need to play Rise so I can play Shadow, but I do really enjoy those games. I'm a big fan of the original PlayStation games. These aren't super similar, but that's probably good at this point. Those games are dated really hard.
As for me, Yeah. I mean, I might get the Hitman that came before Hitman 2, but isn't the first Hitman. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I might get that if it goes on sale, and then if I like that, I might get 2.
New Hitman 1.
Yes. New Super Hitman Bros.
Um,
And then Kingdom Hearts.
do you want to talk about Kingdom Hearts right now, or save it for Big Daddy Sony? Because they really pulled the shit.
Yeah, Sony had its own special trailer as well. And the Square Enix and Xbox ones were pretty much the same. So I'll go over all 3 at the Sony.
Okay, so let's do Ubi.
Okay, Ubi. Oh, what does that have?
Ubi?
They had,
Not that embarrassing this year.
yeah, they had the Panda thing, though.
They're getting better. They started with Just Dance. Got it out of the way, didn't even say anything about it. Just had a dance routine, said there's going to be another Just Dance, moved on.
And then, I don't know what happened next, but all the stuff in my mind is the Donkey Kong DLC and Assassin's Creed.
Well, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, right. I never played the first one, and I know a lot of people are excited for it, but I don't know much about Beyond Good and Evil.
Speaking of super excited developers.
Yes. I mean, that's like coming on and announcing or talking about Beyond Good and Evil 2, I imagine is pretty similar to like coming on and saying, we're making the newest let me think of an example real quick. You go ahead and say whatever.
Here's Half-Life 3.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. They showed a little bit of gameplay, just in a sizzle reel. They didn't get super into it, but it looks good. I'm going to play it. It's also
I might play it.
Like Metro, fucking gorgeous.
Oh, it's a prequel, so I might be able to play it without even playing the first.
Oh yeah, they pulled out Jade at the end.
And she was evil, Jade.
Yes.
I want her to step on me.
Did I tell you that, Ian?
No.
Oh, that was just a genuine statement?
No, I mean, I've heard it generally. I thought you were talking about a specific man.
Oh no, I was just laughing because I've been quoting that to people for like the last 2 weeks.
Well, no, you haven't said it, but it's half true.
Step on me, mean lady.
It makes me feel the good things.
Starlink, the weird
Starlink
amiibo Starfighter game, has Star Fox now.
And you know what? If it didn't, I would have never considered it.
But now we're gonna put Star Fox on it, and we're gonna pretend it's the new Star Fox.
And we're not going to touch any of the other characters.
Not for a second. We're just gonna play as Star Fox. We'll pay a full $60 if it's just one level.
Yep.
And we'll go.
Actually, it's supposed to have a full Star Fox on the Switch is supposed to have its own exclusive campaign.
Shh, you're making me horny.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be simple, and you're basically just going to go through the same levels you would otherwise. Mm-hmm. But you will Fox will talk, and supposedly other Star Fox characters will be in it if you play as Fox.
Yeah, we're probably going to buy this game. Really sadly.
I never would have expected it.
Just to play Star Fox.
Fox came out on stage, came through our TV, and cock slapped us with his big furry fox cock.
And we were
now we're his bitches.
We were like, thank you.
And while we're here, Star Fox Assault. Why doesn't anybody talk about that? We were watching Arlo, was it?
Mm-hmm.
The puppet guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, there's been no Star Fox games since Star Fox 64 that are any good. And we both just looked at each other and were like, what happened to Assault? What happened to the only true and good Star Fox sequel? Anyway, that's rant over.
It's so good.
Find it for
the GameCube. It's everything else is just a fucking remake of the Super Nintendo one. And the best version of that is the N64 one. Maybe the DS one. I haven't played it. But
it has gyro control, so if you're fine with those, maybe.
Assault is literally the only Star Fox 2.
And it actually does continue the story of the characterization.
Yeah, and it's just good. And it's fun. If you like Star Fox and you haven't played it, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway. For Honor adds the Chinese.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if it still is, but it was free when they announced it. I'm going to go on my phone and see if I can grab that for free.
So that's neat. The Chinese are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think I already got it. Anyway.
Yay, past me. So yeah, that's cool.
I have a friend who likes it, so maybe I'll try it and play with him.
New Trials is the thing that's
New
happening.
Trial.
That's neat. I like the
That
Trials
was the
game.
best, the least E3 moment.
Yeah, that one actually kind of worked when he stumbled into the TV. That was pretty good.
It was funny.
Yeah. I like Trials. I've never gotten super into it. I'm probably not going to buy this one. I'll probably play it at someone's house. Trials is fun. Cool.
I've only ever got it on PS Plus, but yeah.
New Skull and Bones gameplay showed.
Oh yeah, the pirate game.
Yeah.
Which
we're
reminds
both
me,
really on the fence with this game.
yes, but we forgot to mention Microsoft's pirate game.
Oh, it's just
It's going to be awesome.
Sea of Thieves announced
Yeah,
DLC. It's unimportant. Skull and Bones. It looks fun. It looks like Assassin's Creed 4's boat mechanics. I
feel like I'll get bored of it really quick.
I really want to see more of it. I want to see if there's stuff on land. I want to see if there's a plot. It looks very multiplayer focused, which is not my jam.
If I can go exploring on little islands like I could in 4, I will get it.
Yeah.
If I cannot go exploring on little islands like in 4, I probably won't bother.
Yeah. This one is very on the fence for me. Really not sure. I don't know. It looks good at what it's doing, but what it's doing is just taking something that worked in another game and transplanting it over, so that doesn't surprise me. And
just building a game around a specific mechanic.
Black Flag was really enjoyable until it forced you to do Assassin's Creed stuff. So, like, as Paxton said, if there is exploring islands, if there is the fortress taking thing, because they showed fortress briefly, but they avoided it. And if it is a deal where, like, at a point you leave your ship and take the fortress, and if there's shipboarding, I'm
not hopeful for that, because when they took the other ship in Assassin's Creed, you'd go on the ship and you'd have a little but
in this it was just like ship
quick cutscene.
Yeah, that's not what I want. So I don't know. It looks good, but it looks like it's not gonna give me all the things I want from it.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. And,
there was King Kong. I don't know when that happened.
King Kong?
King Kong. Jesus. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong! Oh, yeah. They announced Mario and Rabbids.
They didn't announce it, but they showed it for the first time.
Yeah. And Donkey Kong's getting his own campaign. If I had a Switch, I would already own this game because I am a tactics bitch.
If I had money, I would already own this game.
To lure me to his house.
The 3-hour drive.
I'd do it.
They brought out Grant Kirkhope to do a little mini performance. And normally I would consider that an E3 moment, but they actually showed gameplay while they did the performance.
Oh, yeah, that was actually neat. It kind of worked, except for that one girl. I'm way too into it.
I don't know. I dug that.
She was distracting me a little bit, especially because she wasn't doing anything. She was really just hitting chords, basically.
It was nice to look at.
Basically just long chords, but every time she'd throw her whole body into it. Whoa, lady. Calm down. Do you have anything else you can think of off the top of your head before we talk about Assassin's Creed?
No.
They showed Assassin's Creed.
They've given the enemies health bars. They took out the hidden blades.
They did that in the last one.
I didn't play the last one because it was the last one.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Assassin's Creed continues to not be Assassin's. I don't know if they're good. I liked that there were dialogue options, and that's about it.
I mean, I played Unity. I hated Unity. I saw Syndicate. I hated Syndicate. And I just don't think I'm ever going to touch an Assassin's Creed again.
Yeah, I think we're burned. we are never going to approve of this franchise again. And, 2 was in 2009, I think. It's been nearly
That's still the best one.
It's been nearly a decade since the one.
The good one.
Yeah. Because, even the ones I've enjoyed since then, they've really only been half a good game.
I really liked Assassin's Creed 4. It comes close to 2 for me.
Brotherhood, Revelations, and Black Flag are all half a good game.
So you've got 1.5 good games.
Yeah. Black Flag's pulling a lot of that weight, but as I said, Black Flag is a great game until it's an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, there's a lot of following missions, aren't there?
When it comes to a dead halt to be like, this is an Assassin's Creed staple, I'm like, how about we ditch that shit and have fun?
Breath of the Wild did it.
Yep. And really, the problem with these games is that they've gone away from the assassin.
Oh, you cut out there. You're still cut out.
Am I back?
Okay, now you're back.
Okay. The problem with these games is they've gone away from the assassination.
Yes. That was the cool thing. That was figuring out how to assassinate somebody and then doing it.
Yeah.
And you can charge in, kill them, and run out, or you can figure out a path. But being able to be stealthy in these games was where I had fun, even though I'm bad at stealth games.
And it feels like, it just feels like they're parkour adventure games now. And that was neat in the first games, but Assassin's Creed 2.
I want to be an assassin.
Yeah, its plot revolves around having 20 dudes you want to kill. The assassinating is the heart of the fucking game. And it wasn't some kind of noble warrior thing. It's they killed my family. I'm gonna slaughter them,
Yeah. And sometimes, in the first game, it wasn't even that. It was just I'm an assassin because that's my job.
Yeah, I just assassinate people. And it became a little repetitive, especially if you were obsessive like me and felt the need to do every single side mission, but still it all led to assassinations. That was the goal. It wasn't just follow people to hear them talk to get to the next cutscene.
They really don't know what they're doing anymore.
Nope. So that's Ubi. Is there anything?
I would buy the Donkey Kong DLC.
Yeah.
And Starlinks.
I'd buy that too. And
I would buy the Nintendo games.
I would buy the Nintendo games. Yep. Beyond Good and Evil 2. I will probably.
Oh, yeah. Who's after Ubi?
PC gaming. Is there anything to really talk about?
Not really. They had the Ooblets, which looked good enough for me to remember.
Yeah, Ooblets was cute.
Mainly I'm interested in it because I like Stardew Valley, and it kind of has the same feel.
Look, we need to be honest. We ate during the PC gaming show. We
didn't even eat in the room while I was playing.
We got Chinese food. We had it kind of generally on in the background. The only thing I can tell you is that the woman on the side really wanted to fuck that redheaded woman.
Remember that one part where she had she made a joke about how she was a man-eater, but she delivered it completely flat?
Yeah. And then we saw that interview with her and the woman.
She was talking with the woman, and there was just electricity in the air.
Yeah,
you might be completely straight, and there's a 1 in a million chance she'll see this. But not mine, she's completely a lesbian.
She is so gay. There was a part too where there was a kind of unattractive man, and I was now I know she's gay, because if she was straight, she would be slightly repulsed. But she's so gay that the idea of this man as attractive or unattractive is so alien to her that it has no bearing. And that was.
We also kept making jokes that the other woman was slightly below the camera the entire time. That was the PC gaming show. We talked about one game and lesbians.
That was the important thing. So Sony.
They opened up in a replica of a church with poor acoustics.
Yeah. It's an
exact
exact
played a banjo
shit that they showed in the trailer because they opened Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Last of Us 2 is cool. Yeah, Ellie's gay. Well, Ellie was gay in the first guy.
Fucking fantastic, you funky little lesbian.
Like, a lot of people were mad that Ellie was gay, even though Ellie was already gay. Like, that wasn't news.
Yeah, we already knew people were dumb. But they showed gameplay, and it looks fucking amazing.
It looks like polished Last of Us 1.
Yeah, this is like Naughty Dog 100%. Like, this game, like, it doesn't look gorgeous, like we talked about Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Metro looking gorgeous, but the animations are...
To the point where I'm pretty sure it might have been partially scripted.
Yeah, like my brain is at war. Like, it's like, there's no way. This can't be real. There's too much here that can't be done in normal gameplay that I can't believe that this is how this game will actually play. And the other side of me is like, this is it. This is the game. I fucking want this game. This is the game. This is exactly how the game is.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 looks good.
Yeah, and once more, not any monsters.
Yeah, it's been several years, and they were kind of a minor thing in the first game.
Yeah, they're really focusing on...
So there's a possibility that the monsters are just dead.
And I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
a
good
rebuild
with
story.
Focusing on this this cult thing that's going on. And Ellie, I am wondering where Joel is. I don't want him to be dead.
They said Joel's alive. They said they've been talking about Joel.
Okay.
Like in the trailer, it was like, I talked to Joel earlier, and he said blah, blah, blah.
Oh. Maybe I was too busy screaming about the gay. But...
You also pointed out that Ellie was making no attempt to hide or bite.
Well, it just felt weird because you couldn't see it. And, like, I could have
She
sworn...
might be doing makeup, but it's also possible that it's out in the open and everybody knows about it.
But I just thought it was on her forearm, and her forearm was completely uncovered. And I was just like, shouldn't she have a scar or something? It was very weird to me. Maybe I'm just misremembering where the bite was. Maybe it's actually, like, up on her bicep or something.
No,
I'm
pretty sure it was her forearm.
But, like, I didn't even see it. And I thought that was weird. That it wasn't there. It's just a small thing.
And then we got to the most important part of all the conferences.
The food solo?
No, cutting away from the church while they changed locations.
Right!
And we saw Sid.
So, Sony made this decision to do this stage just for Last of Us 2. And the rest of their things were all in a different auditorium. So everybody had to move. So there's a cut. And it comes to a man who doesn't know that he's live yet. He's just staring expectantly at the camera. And
with a slight smile.
And
like a sensual look.
Paxton just goes, hi. And we lose it.
I'm Sid.
Yeah, his name pops up. And I'm just like, hi, I'm Sid. I'm 43. And I like long walks on the beach.
And pegging. Sorry, Sid.
So for the rest of the conference, just every time
Sid came up, hi, I'm Sid. I'm 43. I like baking, and I like pegging.
Hi, I'm Sid. That game looked pretty good. Not as good as you pegging me, but pretty good.
Oh, wait. Well, we also said, hi, I'm Sid. I'm a Sigatoris. I like pegging.
Oh, no. I'm a Libra.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now comes the pan flute.
Sid was amazing, and we loved him. And we want him back every year.
Not at all for anything Sid did, except for that one face he made in an accident.
Oh, Sid was great. Anyway.
He's my favorite character.
So next came the pan flute.
There was some outrage on Twitter, like I called, that a white guy was doing it. But a lot of those people were shut down really quick, but apparently this guy is like the best master of this instrument in the world, or something like that.
Huh.
So like he's got a lot of credentials for this instrument. And also a lot of people pointed out that Sony is a Japanese company, and that they're the ones who hired the man.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, he plays the flute, goes on for a little while, and then they show us Ghosts of to something.
Shishima. I think.
Yeah. No,
But,
it was like
I want to
Genghis
say
something.
real quick, for some reason, even though these, like, there was another one before Last of Us 2. There was a guy with a banjitar doing something.
Yeah.
For some reason, even though these went on forever, they weren't exactly cringy. They were okay. They should have been
That's because they both did their jobs well.
Yeah, they should have been E3 moments, but they weren't. They kind of worked, which feels weird. I don't like it.
The Ghosts of Whatever game
Looks
was very cool
amazing.
looking.
I want it. I want this game. I want it. I know almost nothing about it, but they showed gameplay. It's got
We both
horse.
kind of agreed that it looked like a Witcher 3 samurai thing.
Yeah, it's got horse. It's got big world. I don't know. It might be linear, but you ride the horse.
It's got a grappling hook.
You got a grappling hook. You got stealth mechanics. And you got really cool sword fighting mechanics.
Yes.
Like,
And I imagine that's probably the most important detail.
yes, they really got that Kurosawa feel down. Like,
Yeah.
it really felt like it was entirely built around parrying and like striking quickly and killing people before they even realize you've killed them.
It's the first game I've seen, maybe ever, but that's just personally, that really captures the feel of an actual old samurai movie.
Yeah.
Like Seven Warriors or something.
So,
Or Seven Samurai, I mean.
and it fucking ends with a boss fight.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a boss fight. It's definitely an important fight and well, like, framed and everything, but it was like kind of over quickly.
I think that was,
But it's you fighting a fellow samurai.
yeah. It ends quickly, I think, for plot reasons or maybe just to wrap the demo up. But I would call that a sword fight because you fight a vaguely evenly matched opponent. I'm not sure if like you could hit them a lot, like in like a traditional boss fight. But it might just be that they're difficult to fight. And the whole thing looked really good.
Yep, it looks like a game that I will absolutely buy.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. I've heard nothing about this game. I don't know if it was even talked about before this, but I want it. I want this game. Yeah.
So after that,
We have
you have the list.
Control. Do you remember Control?
Oh yeah.
Control was really cool.
It was by somebody that I recognized.
Oh, it's by Remedy.
Huh. Well, maybe I don't recognize them. But it definitely looked cool. It was like a kind of a puzzle platformer shooter thing.
Yeah, and you had
In
like
3D?
psychic powers.
Yeah,
And
like an adult Psychonauts.
yeah, and like towards the end, things started getting really like kind of Inception meets 2001. It was very interesting, but it was over very quickly. We didn't get a lot out of it.
We're not sure how much of it you can actually affect in the gameplay, but there was little clips of you like rearranging rooms with your powers, changing gravity, that kind of thing. So if you have a lot of control over those powers, I can imagine that being very cool.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on it because it's probably not coming out this year. It's probably going to be at next E3. I definitely want to see more. Speaking of seeing more, there was no what's that zombie game?
Oh, shit. Something about standing or last or something.
The zombie game that they showed that the last 2-3 with the really fast zombies that looks pretty good. They showed nothing of that, which is a little concerning.
God, it's like right on my tongue. I can remember like the whole like title screen they showed or whatever, but I can't actually see the words. It's got death or dead or
Days
something.
Gone.
Days Gone. I knew it was a D.
Yeah, Days Gone. They didn't show anything, which makes me nervous.
I was just gonna say, I guess I got like gone associated with walking, and that's why I said walking.
Yeah, all I could think of was Dying Light, so it was kind of fucking me up. They didn't show anything. That makes me nervous because I kind of want that game. It looks neat.
Yeah, having a big horde of zombies, but not being a sandbox was kind of interesting.
Yeah, just how big and how fast the fucking horde was. I mean, that reveal trailer where he's just burning through ammo and there's just bodies piling and no stop was like dramatic. But anyways,
what was next?
Resident Evil 2.
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to get my hopes up.
My baby.
Resident Evil 2 is going to be a remake of Resident Evil 2. If you couldn't guess by the title. Leon's a little bab again.
He's so small.
Claire is also a little bab again.
So small.
Sherry is kind of almost literally a little bab again.
Oh, so small.
It's going to play like Resident Evil 4. Did you watch the gameplay trailer, or like 20 minutes of gameplay thing I showed you?
No. You sent me something?
I thought I did. If I didn't, then I need to take that up and show it to you. But it's...
Last week was a busy week for me.
It's got Leon going around the police station trying to help people. There's like a gruesome scene where somebody's banging on a door, and he like lifts the door and he's trying to help the guy get through, and then his like legs get torn off, his intestines are all across the ground, and it's all like really detailed because it's in the Resident Evil 7 engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fucking loved Resident Evil 2. I fucking love Resident Evil 4. Fucking love Resident Evil 7. I'm playing this game.
It's all three together.
Yeah, gimme. That's all I
I've
really
been
have to
waiting
say. It's fucking good.
I've been waiting on 2 for quite a while.
A 2
like-
remake.
Yeah, because, you know, they've got 0 and they've got 1. And I was like, okay, 2's going to be the next one. And it never came for a long time. And I didn't realize that the reason for that was that they're completely, like, just blowing their load all over it. Just doing everything they possibly can.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just keep waiting for Sinnoh.
Senna?
Sinnoh. My Sinnoh remix. I want Diamond and Pearl remakes, god damn it.
Oh, like, I thought we were talking about the title of a game.
No.
So I was thinking of, like, SINO or something. But okay, Diamond and Pearl remix.
Yeah, I want those. But Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. We finally got, like, in-engine gameplay moving around. And
Also,
we still don't know anything.
This year, I realized for the first time, Death Stranding, also English. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
A little.
You know, I just kind of let it fly over my head every time because the fuck did I just see? But I was sitting with the title, like, thinking about the game, and I was like, that's a combination of words that means nothing.
I've been thinking that since the start, and I just kind of figured it was self-explanatory.
But we saw gameplay.
We saw you sneaking through the ghosts. We saw going over the hills and through the valleys.
It looks good.
We saw baby's ass.
I bet it's very atmospheric.
Yeah. Apparently, you have the option to go through guns blazing, according to Hideo Kojima, but that's not the way you're supposed to play. According to him, you should never touch a gun.
I love that, man. That's it. End statement. I love that, man.
Yep.
I want this game. I want it really bad. If I haven't bought a PS4 by the time this game comes out, only on PS4, which I believe it is, that's it. That's when I'm buying the PS4. Like, I want this game so bad, I can't put it into words.
I still feel like I'm being cautiously optimistic.
Nah, hype train has won me over. Now that I've seen gameplay and I approve of the gameplay, that.
Hold on, you're breaking up again. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, it looked really good. I didn't know that actress. I'm sure that's a reveal.
She looked familiar to me.
Yeah, she looked to me like Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones, but she's not. So I have no idea who she is, which is weird for me. I assume she's like a TV person. Anyway, they finished with Spider-Man.
Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Norman
and
Reedus.
now Spider-Man.
Fetus. Yeah, Spider-Man looks good. Spider-Man looks really good. Looks neat. It's weird that
Looks
they
like a classic Spider-Man game with Arkham mechanics.
Yep, which is better than like the last 10 Spider-Man games that have come out. So
hey, Web of Shadows was passable.
Hey, Web of Shadows is our retarded baby. It's not good.
We just love it.
We just love it a lot. We love its stupid face so much. 90% of our love. 90% of our love for it is for emo Spider-Man, right?
Kinda. I like how there's like it tried to be a BioWare game and just kind of like hobbled together some mechanics.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I actually liked that linear one they did a while back where it was like Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, and Noir.
I never played that one, but it was a neat concept.
It was fun, but again, it was linear.
Yeah, which is, if I got Spider-Man, I want to web swing through. You know.
I mean, you can web swing. The levels were kind of openish, but you were still like pointed in a direction, and you got to go in that direction.
Yeah. So kind of like
the 2099 levels were really cool.
Kind of like the old PS1 Spider-Man game.
Yeah, kind of.
Still
in that vein, it was fun.
Still the best Spider-Man game. That's not true. But it's really fun.
I was waiting.
It's not true at all. But it's fun, and I've got a lot of good nostalgia. What is the best Spider-Man game? Still just Spider-Man 2, the one based on the movie?
Maybe? To me, in my opinion, it's Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man is really good. It's a little too short. That's its only real issue.
Yeah.
So maybe Ultimate Spider-Man is the best. Wish it was longer, but I love the art style. I love that it like fully embraces being a comic book game, and playing as Venom and eating people is fun.
I just think it's hilarious that we talked for half a second about this new Spider-Man, and then we talked about every other Spider-Man.
We like Spider-Man games.
They're an experience. They're kind of unique all on their own.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because Prototype and Arkham kind of follow in that feeling.
Nah.
But Spider-Man's the only one that really feels like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man also had really good boss fights.
Yeah.
Really good.
But mainly I like playing Venom. I like doing the jump around.
Yeah, it was neat. The new one looks neat. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks like they've really understand motion and being speedy. The combat looks like Arkham, so it'll be fun. I'll be really good at it, and Paxton will be really bad at it.
Yes.
That was really funny because we talked about the Arkham games a lot, and we played together, and we hadn't played the other ones together. And like,
say that again.
We had played Arkham Knight together, but we hadn't played the other ones together, so we didn't know each other's abilities. And like, I'm technically good at the stealth ones, but I'm just overly cautious. And Paxton just
plays them like stealth games. I play them like I play games.
Paxton plays it like fucking Batman. He'll just drop behind a dude, choke him out, zip away, drop like directly in front of another guy and put explosive gel on him, pop it, and zip away, like shoot a fucking fire extinguisher.
I feel like you're over explaining it, because to me, I just pick a spot and then boop.
Yeah, he just doesn't pause, which leads to him getting discovered a lot more than me, but when he pulls it off, it's amazing. He'll go through a stealth section in like 30 seconds.
I go at it not like a stealth section.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like you're watching a Batman. Like, I feel like he plays it correctly, and I don't.
Except when I get all 10 guys grouped into a pile on the floor.
Yeah.
And I just keep hanging them by the gargoyle, then cutting down the guy, then getting the next one that discovers the body, and just doing it over and over.
He had a pile of bodies like 40 deep. But
then I can't fight for shit.
Yeah.
Because I have no sense of rhythm.
He just hammers the punch button and inevitably gets smacked around and his ass kicked. Meanwhile, like, I think
he never missed a beat.
Yeah, I fuck up the Arkham I'm so good at it. That game is the one where like it had the fight where it's Batman and Nightwing, and I got like 120 combo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that was one of those like gaming moments where Paxton just went like completely quiet, and then like I finished the fight and he just went, yeah!
I think we eventually got to the point where like I would do the stealth sections and then I'd hand them off to you for the fight parts.
Yeah, we just got into a natural rhythm with it. And like,
when I think about it, if we didn't play it together, it probably would have lasted a lot longer. Because we finished that in one night.
Yeah, that was like one of those like Sonic Generations displaced time and space moment.
Yeah. Because we also played Sonic Generations, and that lasted like, we just blew through it.
Yeah, we beat Sonic Generations and Batman Arkham Knight both in one night, and we have no idea how we did.
I mean, Generations isn't a long game, but like we had ordered pizza or something, and I don't think we finished the pizza.
Yeah, we were just like a fun Sonic. Like we threw ourselves fucking into that game.
And of course, I played all the classic sections. He played all the modern sections, and you were pretty good at it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my Sonic Adventure 2 skills are unrivaled.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I guess 2 was the closest one.
But
no, Colors was the closest one.
Out of our friend group, I am the best at modern Sonic.
I am the best at Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06.
You're the best at the broken ones. So that's it for Sony.
Yeah. Oh wait, we completely ignored Kingdom Hearts because we skipped over it 2 times.
Because we kept skipping over it. Go ahead, man. Talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god, Norden! So they showed off Frozen World. Frozen looks fine. It looks like, you know, the new Kingdom Hearts world.
Rapunzel?
Everything looks really pretty. Kind of like how they did in the movies almost.
Yeah.
Rapunzel, yeah.
Tangled.
They showed Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm really excited for, and they actually have new costumes, which in the original game they were just in their normal outfits. It was kind of weird to see a realistic Johnny Depp next to Sora instead of whatever the PlayStation 2 had. Some new gameplay stuff. Oh, the gameplay stuff was really cool because they showed him going underwater, then going for a long time and fighting, then coming up and fighting, like bouncing from enemy to enemy in the air. Like, it looks like combat's a lot more fluid than it's ever been, which they've been trying to make it super fluid for a long time, but it feels like they're really accomplishing it this time. And of course, they showed off a lot of really important plot details that I wouldn't expect them to just show off in a trailer. Like, as I said, Aqua got Norden, which means that if you read Harry Potter, it's kind of like Voldemort has the Horcruxes. Xehanort is able to put his soul into other beings to extend his own lifespan to make himself powerful. More powerful, I meant. But Aqua is not a character that I don't think many people expected to get Norded.
So wait, there's a bad person in her?
Yes, that's the whole reason she had yellow eyes and the dark aura and everything.
So she is the Horcrux?
Yes.
Is she effectively dead and just an extension of that person, or is she still off?
She's suppressed.
Okay.
Like, she is supposed to still be in there. She could potentially be dead if Xehanort overpowered her enough. But in Terra's case, he's still in there, they've said. So if she's as strong of will as he is, which she probably is, then she's still alive.
Okay. Continue.
And I imagine however they save her is going to be the same way they save Terra, and it's like going to be setting something up. They've said they didn't say it during the conference, but like later on, that there would be 2 main playable characters, so I'm assuming Sora and Riku, because that's the way it usually is. Kairi's got a new look. Kind of calls back to the old look. She's got a new outfit, it's cute. She's got her original hairstyle, it's cute. And there's a fan theory that the reason Riku thought it looked really nice is because she looks like Xeon when she has that hairstyle, who was a character that died in 358/2 days.
Not Riku.
Or, not Riku, Axel, sorry. I'm bad with names.
I mean, they are all nonsense.
I mean, Riku is an actual Japanese name.
Nonsense. And there's like 2 Rikus?
Oh, yeah, that's, have I told you about that already?
I don't know.
In Chain of Memories, there was
Listen, man, I try to keep up with the stuff you like, but Kingdom Hearts...
Fair. So in Chain of Memories, there was a fake clone Riku that was made to trick Sora, and they didn't expect the real Riku to show up. But so they used the fake Riku to try and stop the real Riku. And the real Riku, it's implied, kills the fake Riku. And the fake Riku fades away. And we kind of knew he was coming back because the last time they showed a new story trailer, Riku was like on the dark beach. He was like, I'll leave this for the other me. So there's no other him that it really could have been. But they finally showed him and they're talking to each other. And so he still looks the same way he did in Chain of Memories, and Riku looks big now. So it's kind of almost metaphorical. And it was cool that they showed him. They showed a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, they went very all out with Kingdom Hearts 3. It was neat. I don't really have a lot to add because I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts.
Right. So what would you buy at the Sony conference?
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Is there anything
That'll probably be the Xbox too.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really. Well,
Death Stranding, The Ghost of Tsushima.
Shishiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might get Spider-Man. And I'll definitely get Kingdom Hearts.
Spider-Man's not going to sell the console for me, but it's neat.
Of course not. In fact, I might not get it until it's cheaper. But I kind of hope it's my new Web of Shadows.
You dumb baby. We love you. You've never experienced the pure joy that is Web of Shadows.
Then go out and find it for $5 in a bargain bin and slap it in your PS3 or Xbox
360. Play it for 2 days. That's all it takes. Knock it out in a week.
You can play as Black Suit Spider-Man if you want.
Yeah.
And the plot of the game is that everybody gets symbiotes.
I highly recommend you play as Black Suit Spider-Man. Because Emo Spider-Man is the best.
Yeah, Emo Spider-Man is something. You can fight a symbiote Wolverine. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it has
fight a symbiote Moon Knight.
It has actually fun boss fights.
Yeah.
One of the boss fights is a fucking trivia quiz on how well you know Wolverine.
Oh, right. Because you're fighting Wolverine, and you're trying to get through to him, and so you have to yell out trivia about Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I failed all of it.
I think I got 100%.
You would, you fucking nerd.
All right. Let's talk about the other daddy in the room. Nintendo! Yeah, let's try to remember before we get to the thing.
The one. The thing they showed, which was about 30 minutes.
What was the other 30 minutes?
They opened up on Demon Ex Machina, which looked interesting at first, but in the details is what really sold me.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about it a little, like in a separate thing, and apparently it has mech customization, and it is a spiritual successor to Zone of the Enders. Or no, was it Zone of the Enders, or was it? It was Armored Core. Shit, I got the names confused. But Armored Core is a big mech series, and it's got people from that working on it. So it went from interesting to, yeah, I'll probably get that.
Neat. I won't.
I like mechs.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't really like mech games.
See what else?
The only other thing I really remember, let's not.
You saw it again.
The only other thing I really remember is there's a new Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Fire Emblem.
Coming to Switch, and it looks really good.
Yeah, and it looks like instead of just being a random group of assholes out on a field fighting another random group of assholes, you have squads, so it's an actual war.
Yeah, but they're just, representative. It'll still
but I like being able to see it.
Yes, I thought that was very neat, but it's still, I think
it's cooler for, your archer guy to be a commander of a group of archers than to just be one guy sniping one other guy.
Yes, I fully agree, but it will function the same.
And it looks like it's got, full 3D segments where you can just, walk around as your dude.
While the things are representative, at the same time, it does look a bit bigger, a bit more large-scale battles to me.
Yeah.
So it looks
real quick, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is getting DLC. Neither of us particularly care about that because neither of us played it.
Oh, we completely forgot. Nier Automata is coming to Xbox One.
Yeah. And if you have an Xbox and you've never played Nier Automata, I highly recommend it. It's got a very, very good ending sequence. And even though a lot of people are put off by the fact that you have to play it multiple times, they all play differently because they're different campaigns.
I might play it.
Moving on.
I
hope you do.
I've gotten strong recommendations, so I might play it. But
I actually would recommend the Xbox version because it's going to have more stuff in it.
But Xenoblade is getting prequel DLC, I believe.
Is it prequel?
I think so. I think they said that. Let me check.
I thought it was just a side thing. I know Schultz could be in it, but it's going to be as a multiplayer thing.
It is prequel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do we have anything else?
There was, I don't know if it was during the stuff we already said, but Octopath Traveler, they showed a little bit more. They gave a release date, I think it's next month, maybe. I think it was July. It might not be July. Let me Google that. Octopath Traveler release.
Ooh,
July 13th. Yeah, it's going to be next month, and I'm really looking forward to it.
that was for you, audience.
So I'm excited about that. And there was Mario Party, which finally looks like a Mario Party.
Mario Party looked great.
Yeah, they took out the dumb car thing. Nobody liked the dumb car thing. It looks like minigames are more competitive again. Maps seem smaller, but they've also affected how the dice works. Every character has unique dice blocks.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's a neat idea.
Like, I saw Luigi had 111-667, and Bowser had like 778, and he had 3 dice that were like lose coins. So your character will actually affect how you play the game.
The important thing is that it looks like it is mean and competitive again.
Yes. And they also showed off that thing where if you rearrange 2 switches and like slide your finger across to like show it where the pads are, it'll affect the minigame.
Which looked, I mean, that blew my fucking mind.
I don't know if it blew my mind, but when I saw them do the figure thing, I was like, oh, I never thought of that.
I had no concept that was even a thing you could do.
I think they talked about it as a possibility during like the Switch reveal or something like that.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
It looks really cool. Finally looks like Mario Party. Oh, one other thing. There's certain like blocks you can land on where you can call another character as a companion or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like in gameplay I saw, Mario landed on the space, called in Yoshi, and Yoshi was just his friend, like for the rest of the game. And you could use either the Mario dice block or the Yoshi dice block. I'm not sure if that affected minigames in any way or not, but it seems like a cool concept so that you're not limited based on which character you pick.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was something else. Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah, whatever. Is it time?
Yeah, let's talk about...
it's time to motherfucking Smash!
Yeah. So Smash, it was announced a while back, but now we get to see gameplay. Yeah. It has everyone. If you were wondering if someone returned, then the answer is yes. Oh, is Roy coming back? Roy's coming back. Oh, is Snake coming back? Snake's coming back. And that's when I realized something was up too. Like in the reveal trailer, I was like, oh wow, a lot of the like DLC characters are coming back as main characters. And then Snake showed up, and I was like, oh, and everyone was here. I was like, everyone? And then they showed like Toon Link and Young Link sitting next to each other, which are in a lot of ways basically the same character. So I really knew that, yeah, this is everybody.
Yeah.
And they showed some of the more advanced gameplay. Say again?
Link is Breath of the Wild Link, which I like.
Yes.
He's wearing like the blue shirt. I mean, you can put the hero's tunic on, but I won't when I play as him. They actually showed, like they didn't show it in the conference or during the Treehouse Live, but somebody was recording there playing it on the floor. And alternate costumes for Link are like Fierce Deity from Majora's Mask. That's
and cool. Something else. Like there were several cool ones that were a little different. But actually I think the last guy might have had Fierce Deity. I'm not sure.
Deity.
Whatever. Daisy's in it. I was really happy about that because I love Daisy. She's
the zombie game.
What?
I
don't get it.
I said the zombie game. Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. Don't say dumb shit. That's my job. Don't take my job.
Don't say dumb shit. This is Smash Bros. It's serious.
So the show Daisy is an Echo Fighter, which they finally gave it a canon name. People just called them clones before. Daisy is an Echo of Peach. Lucida's the Echo of Marth, so you know what that means.
Wait. Is Wolf a clone? Did they confirm?
No, he's not.
Okay,
which makes sense.
We can put the Game Grumps argument to rest.
I don't know. I don't completely agree because I don't know why Toon Link isn't an Echo Fighter of Young Link because their moves are all the same.
Maybe their moves aren't the same in this one.
Or maybe there's just a difference I never noticed. Maybe. But like Wolf, his side B, instead of going like a fast dash, it's like an upward claw thing.
Mm-hmm.
and his gun works different, and other things work different. I don't know. But they show that a shit ton of returning stages are there too. Some new returning, or not new returning, but new stages. They showed Hyrule Tower, or the Great Plateau Tower, I mean, from Breath of the Wild. And they showed, what was the other new one? Oh, the Splatoon level, which looks really interesting because it's got like lots of zigzags and shit.
And they showed that there was like a not fucking around mode for every map.
Yeah, they've got a Battlefield map and they've got an Omega map, Final Destination map. Last one had just Final Destination maps, but this one adds Battlefield.
They also showed that they're changing the gameplay to force you to be a little more aggressive.
I don't know about that, but they're adding some more nuance to it.
There's side dashing in the air, right?
Right.
Which makes you better able to
was kind of in Melee. So what they're saying is they're bringing back, to a very minor extent, wave dashing, which I fucking hate. But in this, it doesn't work the same. It's, instead of dashing, it's just a way to dash back down to the stage. It looks like they're making it more technically, like it needs more technical knowledge. I don't know what I'm trying to say. They've made it more complex, but it's still accessible to new players, so it's not like Melee, which I like.
And they punish excessive blocking now, right?
Dodging.
Okay, excessive dodging, but at the same time, they gave you like a stronger parry move.
Yeah, it was in the last one, but they made it more. They made it take more skill to activate in this one.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect shield is like if you let go of the shield right as you're getting hit, then like I think it automatically makes you do a strong smash or something.
And they took away Snake's butt.
They took away Samus's boobs, but they spread those boobs around to give her muscles, and I approve of that. And
they showed a couple of new Smash moves, and they introduced something I thought was really interesting, is that there's now a false Smash thing.
Yeah, the fake Smash ball. Which it took me a little while to realize what the difference was, but basically, to tell the fake one from the real one, is that the vertical line and the horizontal line have different thicknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And on the fake one, they swap the thickness.
Yeah, and it just explodes in your face, and I think that's awesome.
And kills you.
Yeah.
They also changed Final Smashes so that like there's no more that you can like turn into a character and run around like Little Mac or Pikachu or Supersonic. You can't just fly around anymore. But they've made everything much faster, so like it hits them, it does damage, knocks them off, and you go straight back to the fight. But there are some that you still have some level of control over, like Bowser has the, like you aim the punch, or Pit has the little thing. But all in all, they're all much more got pop to them. And then they talked about how the Switch version will be compatible with the GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
Which I was curious about at first, but they've revealed that basically the Wii U adapter that they made is going to work with the Switch because it's a USB thing. So you can't plug it directly into the Switch like console, but the docking station that puts it on the TV has a USB port.
Neat.
And I don't know if there was any other stuff that was super interesting aside from the last thing.
Which is Ridley killed Mega Man and Mario.
Yeah, just fucking murdered them.
Yeah, just...
So Ridley got memed into Smash.
That's so
like, I don't know how many people I did, because I'm a fucking Metroid slut, but I don't know how many people truly wanted Ridley in Smash, but they put him in Smash because everybody said they wanted Ridley in Smash.
Well, I think it's good because, like...
Oh, I definitely think it's good.
It's like, fucking... There's no Metroid characters in Smash. Like,
there's Samus, and that's it. But the reason why is because most of them are just monsters.
Why does
or at least they give that impression.
Why does Nintendo fucking hate Metroid so much?
I don't know, we're getting 2 Metroid games. Well, we got 1 Metroid game, and we're getting another one. So it's like, oh, I guess Metroid's a thing we can do.
I'm just saying, like, every other thing they put in Smash Bros, they put, like, the main character, 3 side characters, and the villain. Like, every fucking one.
Well, now we've got the main character and the villain.
Yeah.
All I can say is I'm glad I'm a Metroid fan and not an F-Zero fan.
That's rude. But Ridley and Smash is cool. Really, all my thoughts on that. It's neat. I like it.
You cut off Ridley and Smash, and then neat.
Oh, Ridley and Smash is cool. It's neat. I like it.
And that's all your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
I ain't good at Smash. I'm never going to be good at Smash. I like Smash. It's a good time. I like to play as all the characters, at least like once, and then go back to Meta Knight and spam his fast attack.
I just have my fingers crossed hardcore for returning story mode.
Yes, that would be neat. I like glorified Kirby.
I was watching Vinny Vinesauce. I don't know if calling him Vinny Vinesauce is the appropriate way, but that's how I'm going to call him. I watched him play Brawl semi-recently, and I completely forgot how good that story mode is. Because every single character gets their moment to shine, and even though there's like no dialogue, it's got a full-fledged story.
Yeah. I mean, I think that story mode is super neat. I love the cutscenes. The gameplay is just glorified Kirby.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's a good time. And it has good boss fights, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like playing Smash against the Bullet Sponge. But a lot of those Bullet Sponges are cool Bullet Sponges.
Yeah.
Like they fly around, and they characters you couldn't normally fight against. Like Rayquaza is a boss.
Was Ridley a boss?
Yes. 2 times.
That's actually hilarious.
And then, speaking of Ridley, he was a boss.
Just picturing them pointing at the Ridley boss fight and going, look, he's too big.
He was a boss in Brawl, and he was a stage hazard in the Wii U game.
So he's always been here.
Well, I mean, he wasn't in Melee or 64.
He's been here for so long. Always on the outside.
And he actually got a little bit smaller in Wii U. So I feel like he's been shrinking every year to get ready.
Listen, I'm just bulking down. Give me one more year. I'll be in the pit with you. Smash looked good.
Smash looked like Smash, and that's good.
Don't ever ask me for anything again. And that's E3.
That's E3. What would you buy besides Smash?
Did Nintendo bring anything besides Smash?
Mario Party.
Did Nintendo bring anything besides Smash?
I would buy Mario Party, and I would buy Octopath Traveler. I will buy Octopath Traveler, and I would buy Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I'll take Fire Emblem, because I'm a tactics slut.
Yeah, I know that. Fire Emblem is like the only tactic game I really like. And I've tried several since I got into Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem's the only one that scratches the itch I like.
Which is
because it's mostly RPG.
Which is funny because Fire Emblem not like a hold your hand tactics game.
No.
It is
I play on the easier modes.
It is a full-on fuck you up the ass permadeath game.
And yeah, I guess that's E3, huh?
Yeah. It was a good E3.
Fuck you, it's E3.
Fuck you, it was E3. Good night.
And fuck you, it's a podcast. Good night.
Thanks for all the fish.